Good morning, everyone. I am Dharma. Today's top subject is manufacturing process. Today's topic is material value ethics in a model process for value-based design. I am from mechanical branch. My roll number is 20951 A0314. Abstract. This article gives a methodological overview of a value based engineering for ethics by design. It discusses the key challenges and measures involved in electing, conceptualizing, prioritizing, and respecting values in system design. Thereby draws from software engineering value sensitive design thinking, and participatory participatory design, as well as from the physical source, especially a material ethics of value. The material recognize the timely challenges for the value-based engineering, such as compatibility with agile forms of systems development, responsibility in highly controllable ecosystem of interconnected services, fearless integration of external stakeholders, and the difficulty in measuring the ethically of a system. Finally, the value-based engineering methodology presented here benefits for learning connected in the IEEE P7000 standardization process, as well as from a case study. P700 has been set up by the IEEE to establish a process model with which addresses an ethical consideration throughout the various stages of system intention, analysis, and design. Introduction. The past 10 years have confronted the engineering world with talks related to the ethics of technology design. The Snowden revelation, the massive increase in cyber attacks, and the explosion of uh, identify the values to be considered during system design. The Boeing 737 MAX crashes made clear how the values of the system safely, transparency, and pilot control can fatally interact with the business values of profit and speed. The Cambridge Analytica case demonstrated how social networks can admire the value of democracy by allowing for privacy, intrusive communication, and disinformation of users. Moreover, early students of tech world like Bill Gates were one of the campaigning the spread of AI systems. Against this background, the engineering world comforts as an increased demand for systems that respect human values. How can the ethical or value-based system be judged? No matter how reasonable the values focus might be, the idea could not be taken granted when VSD scholars first introduced in 1990s. Human values will always remain contextually malleable phenomena accessible more to or emotional intuition than to any abstract measures. They are also less accessible than norms that can repeatedly observed or right which are eradicated in the law. Quite a fall values such as efficiency and dependability or security have still gained their places in non-functional requirements engineering. Such technical values can be verified to some extent through objective evidence, but many non-technical human values relate for ethics by design are not tenable even if we clearly refer to them in our languages. Preparing for value based engineering. Value based engineering can set in when a new technology is first created, as so called greenfield institution of situations, or it can be applied to an existing services. In greenfield project, the starting point in an initial service idea combined with an initial concept of operation. Such a concept of operation is a verbal and graphical statement in bold outline of an organization assumptions or intent in regarding to an operation or series of operations. It thoroughly sketches out of the envisioned system of interest with the core elements, stakeholders, data flows, interfacing systems, and context of used description. In a brownfield situation, this description is more detailed, containing the relevant existing system elements. In order to build a concept of operations, the system boundaries needed to be well understood, as well as the degree of control an organization has over its service partners, relevant sketch holders for the envisioned systems need to be identified and involved. Most importantly, the development context of SOI needs to be fully understood and ideally physical explored. Recognizing ethical relevant system boundaries, where we hereafter speak of a system for a system of interest. So we always refers to the social technical system. This is fully in line with the other scholars working on values and ethics in computing. So, Technical systems regards a technology as beginning embedded in organizational, public or private process or workflows with accompanying policies. People prefers and incentive systems. Compare the understanding of the system to the slight narrower definition of system, a combination of interacting elements organized to achieve one or more stated purposes. Includes and equipment, faculties, material, computer programs, wire, technical documentation, service, and personnel required for operations and support. In value-based engineering, the system definition goes much further by including the social aspects of systems. This means that may stakeholders impacted by the system, including the society at large, as well as the recovery organizational process, policies, work modes, and potential the culture surrounding the technical infrastructure are taken into account. Setting up a board stakeholder group. Once it is clear who is technically and organizationally involved in an SOI, it is possible to complete the list of stakeholders. Stakeholders in a value based engineering effort are all those persons or entities who are impacted by the positive and negative values affect affects the system creates management guru Michael Porter once pointed companies to their responsibility to create shared values that is not only for their shareholders but also their society at large. Thank you. Thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity to share my views. Thank you and all.